I'm back from Hawaii. I brought a Hasselblad X2D 100 megapixel medium format camera. In this video, we're gonna look at the places I visited. I'll show you how to get there, and we'll be looking at pictures along the way. And at the very end, I'll give you my thoughts on this camera. So we hit the ground running after flying for 14 hours, got in the rental car, and then drove 10,000 feet up to the summit of Haleakala. And heads up number one, if you're prone to getting car sick, you're probably gonna get sick here. But we got there as the sun was setting, and I got a couple good shots. I actually got my favorite shot from the trip. Is if you wanna get to this scene, all you have to do is GPS the visitor center at Haleakala. And on the other side of the parking lot is this landscape. So we stayed at the Andes, and where it's located on Maui, you can't really see the sunrise over here. If you want to see the sunrise, you need to take the road to Hana, but don't worry, I go there Sunday. We'll get into that. I spent hardly any time at the resort because I have an affliction that I like to call photographer brain. I'm sure most of you who are watching this video have the same thing. If we go on vacation, we cannot just simply sleep in and enjoy the resort. We've got to be somewhere as the sun's coming up in hopes of getting a great shot. So the big goal for me Friday was just to learn how to surf. I'm turning 40 next year, and I thought this would be a good time to try to learn. Found this guy, Tyler, super easy to book a lesson through his website, great teacher. I finally got to catch some waves in Maui. I'd highly recommend him if you're interested in learning how to surf. We went snorkeling at a beach near the resort. It's called Ahihi Beach. According to the people at my resort and the ranger at the park, it's the best snorkeling on Maui. I kind of found a better place on Monday, but we'll get into that. Saturday morning, I went back to that snorkeling beach because there was this knocked over tree. I wanted to try some long exposures there. And to the uninitiated, most camera shots are a fraction of a second. A long exposure is milliseconds. All the motion gets captured. I think the look pays off if you're able to execute it. It's a pretty time-consuming process, especially if you're taking like 3-minute long pictures. I didn't spend much time vlogging on location. The main reason is, there was another woman there with her dog watching the sunrise, and I don't want to be out there just yapping while she might be meditating or, really enjoying her moment. So you may have noticed I have a camera cage on my X2D. This is the lanhorse body cage / quick release tripod plates. It's got a mount on here and here for your tripod. There's a rubber gasket between this metal armor and your camera. So it's not metal on metal. It's built great. They engineered it perfectly. There's nothing bad to say about it. 10 out of 10. Check them out. The main adventure for Saturday was hiking the Sliding Sands Trail back at Haleakala. I was ill prepared for this trip. If you're gonna go up here and do this hike, you should bring some weatherproof clothes, plenty of food. I just brought some sweats, a windbreaker. Here's what I brought to eat: 2 packs of gummy snacks, a pack of cashews, and some dark chocolates, 1 bottle of water. I feel like I almost died up there, but you can be the judge of that. We're gonna look at an episode real quick. Here is going through the Sliding Sands Trail to a location called Pele's Paint Pot. Well, the weather here is terrible. I brought, luckily, a sweatshirt, but it's like raining, cold rain, and very windy, so I don't know how I'm gonna hold up. I'm gonna start hiking to Pele's Paint Pot, and if I get discouraged, then I'll turn around. Let's go do this. This is treachery. The sun better come out real soon. That's all I know. My hands are going numb already. If you can believe it, the sun's coming out and the wind is calming down, so I'm not quite as beat up. I feel like Kenny. Oh, that's epic. Just passed a guy who hiked 45 minutes past here and said it's exactly the same the whole way down, so that's not great, but I'm just gonna keep trucking for a while because I have time to kill and I might as well make an effort. Almost 2 miles in and nothing has changed out here. I'm really hoping this breaks open for some dramatic lighting real soon, but I still have a couple hours to kill, so I'm gonna keep walking. This is somewhat... Oh, my shirt's soaked now. Went all the way down. I think I'm going through there. That looks like my spot. There's a fork back there. If you go left at the fork, you're on the right path. Well, the shorter path, which is the right path for me. I'm only recording when it stops raining on me. I guess it'd be more dramatic if I had the rain, but it's pretty cool out here. I'm really hoping this is it, because if it's not, I'm turning around anyway. 5.5 miles in. Well, this is it when I came. It's stormy. time to run back. Try not to catch a cold because I'm soaking wet. It's freezing and it's wet. Let's go. It'd be really bad if I sprained my ankle out here. Look at this. I am all alone. I'm not too sure how far I am from the top. Do I look rough? Because I feel rough. I really hope I'm close. Mile 216. I can hear people talking, so I think I'm pretty close. Definitely ready to get back. 11.48 miles. And now I'm relatively sure it's just up around the corner. Let's hope so. I had to be up at 4 a.m. the next morning to go to the road to Hana. If you want to go to this beach, you have got to book your reservation. They will not let you in the park unless you have gone to the website and signed up. The earliest they had available was 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., so that's what I booked. I was hoping to catch the sunrise on the black sand beach. The last time I went to Hawaii 2 years ago, I found a black sand beach, caught the sunrise. It was just me and this stray dog. I took some pictures with my film Hasselblad, but it was super special to me because my dog had just passed away, and when I was out there, this dog came up to me. The earliest time they had available was 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Unfortunately, as I was driving there, I saw the sun coming up. And also a big heads up, if you're taking the road to Hana, it's like 600 turns and like 30 one-lane bridges. So there's a good chance you're gonna get car sick. This black sand beach is kind of a 2-for-1. You got the beach right here, and on this side, attached to the beach is a cave. I spent about an hour and a half in there. And then I got this shot, which I'm very happy with. Mission accomplished. I did put my travel shirt in the water, and that's just a shirt I've taken with me all over the world. I've been to Santorini, Antigua, Hawaii. I just take it and put it in beaches. Check that off the list. There's a trail around the black sand beach you can follow. I hiked it for like 20 minutes. I don't know. It wasn't that special to me. I just wanted to get back and eat some food. I passed another beach, got a few shots, and then I headed back to the resort. We had a big party for the company. That was like the final night there. The whole reason I got to go to Hawaii, and the only reason I've ever been to Hawaii, I've been 3 times now, is because my wife works for Paul Mitchell. Some of her coworkers won a trip. She got to go as well. They say Will can tag along too. Thank you, Paul Mitchell. Then Monday comes around, and that's our final day. I had about an hour to kill, so I went snorkeling at the shore. The Andes and the Four Seasons pretty much share the ocean right there. And that's where I went snorkeling. I was just floating around. When I looked over, there was a turtle right there. Then it was time to head back, and that's about that. I am offering fine art prints on my website, willimphoto.com. If you're out of room at your house for some fine art prints, maybe you know an interior designer that you could send my way. When I finished my 12-mile hike, my neck and back were so sore. When I got home, the first thing I did was look up every backpack on the market. I found the best camera backpack, at least if you're an X2D shooter and you're going on adventures. This is the mindshift rotation, 34 liter. This is what I wish I had brought with me. Hawaii is my favorite place to visit. Well, I wanted to bring the best there and try to do my best with it. I have to say, the pictures I was getting out of this X2D are the best quality I've ever taken, and that's always been the goal for me. Now, I don't really have an opinion yet as far as portraits go on this camera because I haven't tested it out like I want to. You know, Hasselblad's not sponsoring this video, but if you guys would like to, let's talk. I really want to say thank you for watching and for all the support I've gotten so far. It means a lot to me. So thank you guys, and see ya.